So it's that time of day again when you turn on your potting device.
You did say potting and not pottying.
I hope so.
Because I don't have to turn mine on.
Because I don't want to be there.
Toilet, I love you.
Sometimes I have to. Not so much that device, the other end of that device. Anyway, where was I? Like, subscribe, and or follow. This is Truly News for insightful information like that. Or not. Just like, subscribe, and follow. This is Truly News because we're, basically we're here. And we'll kill 5-10 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
In a most entertaining fashion.
Or in a mostly entertaining fashion. Or in an entertaining fashion if you look upon it that way.
Or at least, sophomoric humor.
There!
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
A man claiming to be a Russian astronaut found a 65-year-old unnamed woman on Instagram in June.
Is that anything like a Russian astronaut claiming to be an unnamed woman?
No.
Oh, okay.
Found a 65-year-old unnamed woman.
It's been funnier the other way.
On one of his profiles, he showed random photos of space and said he worked at the International Space Station, where astronauts have limited access to cell service and such.
Oh, no.
Their relationship quickly escalated.
So is this like on those little bits they do where it's like, what's your best pickup line? This is his?
No, maybe.
Doesn't strike me as very good so far, but go ahead.
On a Japanese messaging app, he proposed marriage. Along with sending her messages like, I want to start my life in Japan, and saying this 1,000 times won't be enough, but I'll keep saying it. I love you. But to actually tie
Russian, because I'm sure it sounds nasty in Russian.
But to actually tie the knot, he said he needed money to return to Earth.
To help his Ethiopian prince cousin.
There were landing fees to pay once in Japan, and the cost of a rocket to actually fly to the country. The woman paid him about 4.4 million yen. That's about $30,000 US. But when his demands continued, she grew suspicious.
Only then?
And reported him to police, who are waiting for him to come down from the space station so they can clap him in irons.
Away from the rocket, sir. Wow.
Right?
So there is one born every... Who knew Barnum was right?
Yeah, exactly. Poor woman.
The 31-year-old... because there's more than one. Yeah, because if it's the 31-year-old man in Seoul, South Korea, all those dystopian future things have come true.
Right?
And why are they always bad? Do you ever notice that?
Yeah.
Everyone, right, if you watch TV shows, everyone, I have great faith in the goodness of people, and every future show is hideous. Man has dragged us into the gutter.
Well, we can thank Gene Roddenberry for some of the more positive ones.
He's about the only one, really.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Yeah. Now, where was I? That 31-year-old guy who was left alive in Seoul after a hideous accident destroyed the entire planet except for Sheboygan. A 31-year-old man in Seoul, South Korea, has been ordered. Imagine that. You're the only survivor. You're in South Korea, and the only place with food or other people is Sheboygan. And it's a 2-year-old boy named Dennis, and he's a menace to his neighbors. I have no idea. A 31-year-old man in Seoul, South... Don't go there, you rude bastard. A 31-year-old man in Seoul, South Korea has been ordered to pay his girlfriend $1,150 after an argument ended with him urinating into her Louis Vuitton bag. $1,150?
Those Louis Vuitton bags can go for thousands.
Who the hell would spend that much on a bag?
Women.
Oh. It's your answer for everything.
Well, when it involves them, yes.
It's actually not a bad answer.
No, it's not the worst one I've ever heard.
Oddity Central had the report saying the incident took place in October as the couple argued about her spending habits. Oh, really? $1,150 frickin' dollars for a purse. Where was I now? The spiteful boyfriend retrieved the bag and buttoned his pants and let loose as the woman looked on. See, if my wife were ever dumb enough to spend $1,150 on a handbag, she doesn't actually even carry a purse.
Right.
And then I did that to it. Mm-hmm. As soon as she knew where the plan was going,
Mm-hmm.
I would have been dead, because if she spent that much money on it, we're not going to ruin it.
Exactly.
I mean, really.
Mm-hmm.
The man later tried to cover up the evidence.
The man referred to heretofore and in perpetuity as Mr. Wizard.
The 31-year-old sole survivor in South Korea, I can see why now, tried to cover up the evidence by pouring liquid deodorant into the bag. But oddly, DNA tests confirmed the presence of
urine
and tied it to him, and he then confessed.
Yeah, I whizzed in the bag.
We only catch the dumb ones.
Quora question. Speaking of dumb.
Oh, no.
Was Brazil...
I don't know which are worse, the questions or the answers.
Well, in this case, it's the questions.
Okay, good.
Was Brazil ever part of Pakistan?
Yes. That was easy. Come on, what are you thinking? Didn't you take geography for 10 art?
It was back when Pangea was, My IQ is 167. My wife's is 78. Should I dump her? No, but she should dump you.
If you're asking that question, she should lose you like a bad habit.
What if a girl farts when you propose to her? I
can honestly say there's a question I would have never. If that bothers you, wrong woman.
Yeah, if you laugh, she does too, you might be the right woman.
Yep. If she laughs and walks away angry, you dodged a bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Will you marry me? Is that yes?
I'm sorry, I don't speak fluent gaseous.
How can I convince my girlfriend to tape her fingers together and pretend she's a dinosaur?
I don't know. Lobotomy is the only thing that comes to mind.
2 more. My 4-year-old's art is terrible. Should I tell her?
No.
No, you should not.
It'll come to him when he's 6.
My son has a YouTube channel with 12 million subscribers. How do I tell him it's not a viable career option and shut down the account while not being despised?
You can't.
No. Shut up about it
because
already.
He's probably making more money than you at this point.
He's doing pretty darn well.
If it's monetized at all,
yeah,
you could ask him for a loan.
Exactly.
Or advice. Yeah. Here you go. An adventurous thing. Peter McConville and Pavel Pasha Kreketov.
Okay.
Pete and Pasha from Austin,
Pasha
Texas. And Abdullahi Salah of Minneapolis.
Okay.
Broke a world record by traveling to all 50 states in 5 days, 13 hours, and 10 minutes.
How is that?
All 50. Now think about that. There's a good chunk of your time is going to be spent getting to Alaska and Hawaii. Those will be a little bit of time sucks.
So they were flying.
Well, unless they're all the Flash, yes. They started in Vermont, according to KXAN TV, and finished the continental part of New Washington. Then they flew up to Hawaii. They flew up to Alaska, and then finally to Hawaii, having spent about $12,000 and 120 hours in a rental car. So apparently they just drove. I'm guessing potty stops were very quick.
Holy Pete. What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. McConville said the Grand Canyon in Arizona was the most memorable moment of the trip because it was so big we had to see it. No.
No, it's so big you would have driven into it.
I can't in and out again. I can't even describe what that experience was like, not only because we were so tired, but because we were seeing so much at once. Anyway, the group's record is now listed by all 50 States Club as Guinness discontinued listing world speed records in 1996.
Well, they're not fun.
Oh, but they make a good beer, so.
True.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, really.
Thank you.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.